Do you have the Schrick intake manifold for my E36 M52? I'm trying to get a little extra power.
Yes, we do. It's a great mod for that engine. We have one in stock.
Designed with museum-like perfection by Pinky Lai. Its aerodynamic steel body looks like it's in motion.
Even when it's standing still, the road melts under its forceful grip.
Its performance synonymous with the name BMW.
It is the perfect blend of art and artistry. Sometimes, my mind wanders into a
BMW E36 fantasy world.
Alright, here we are again, once more. After a dreadful winter, snow, ice, cold, couldn't do anything for like 2 months. Finally, what's next? Well, this thing is coming out. Schrick manifold, I'm taking it out because it's gonna go in here. This is my new daily 323i E36 Touring. It could use the Schrick manifold, I think, to give it a little bit of boost up top and not sacrificing too much torque. I think this will suit this car a lot better. And while I have it, of course, what's going in here? The M50 manifold going back in. High RPM screamer, okay. This one has a little bit more torque on top, flows a little bit less. But yeah, this is just a fun car, so I don't mind revving it out. But the Touring, it needs some upgrade. But this thing, so once more, intake manifold, swap-a-roo. This one out first, M50 in, and then I'll deal with the other one later. So here we are, second part now, installing the Schrick manifold on my new daily 323 Touring. This is unmolested, more or less, and since I swapped the M50 back on my compact, I think it was a good idea to not let the Schrick go to waste, and I think it will do fairly well in this stock 323 Touring to give it a little bit of more oomph on higher revs, maybe squeeze 5 to 10 HP out of it more. Same procedure as every year. Need to take all this off, accessories, box, and then pull the intake. And what's going in is, of course, this bad boy. I mean, you can see, still pulled it off my compact. I ran it for, I don't know, 3 months, didn't drive it for too long, but I think for the purpose, the Schrick manifold will do better on the more heavy Touring to retain some of the low-end grunt, while the compact, I think with the M50, can rev out happily with the M50 manifold. That's what it likes. I mean, this thing was not cheap, and I'm not selling it. I'm putting it to use. That's the plan for today. Of course, I could do other things which are needed on this first, like I have to do the valve cover gasket, check the plugs, but I'll do that another day. For now, I mean, the engine does run perfectly fine, so let's get this intake swapped in and remove everything. Probably gonna be time lapse or just filming in between, because I've done this like countless times on this channel, how to swap a manifold. I'm just gonna film along. I don't know. Take all the connectors off first. Airbox first. I mean, once you've done this like, I don't know, 10 times, it's a really straightforward process. It's just a bit annoying and a little bit knuckle busting some areas. Tricky part here will be, because it's basically never been off before, some bolts might be really tight. Not sure how that will go, but let's take it step by step. Okay, this one is really tight. Let's open my compact. I've done this so many times. Everything is easily removed because I've been in there and touched every bolt in the engine bay basically. So okay, this is a little bit tight. Don't know why, but it is. The O-ring is not seated correctly. Whoever put it in before. Let's take this off. Nav looks to be original at least. Move these connectors out of the way. The duct for the alternator. All kinds of room now for activities, I suppose. Let me make actually a photo of how all the routing was done. Actually, never mind, I'm filming it. So. Okay, it even still has the original BMW clamp on the brake booster line. Not a Jubilee clip. I mean, this is really unmolested, but I guess I'll be the first one to molest it. No. Okay. Yeah, let's take this boot off. Control valve pipe. We go. And now we can take throttle body, ASC off. I'll get back when I have this disconnected. I mean, this is like boring. Here we are. Intake removed and nothing really to report here. Dirty as usual, but nothing broken or obvious. So I'm just gonna clean this area, dust, debris, and then I have to swap these pieces over, the idle air control valve and the CCV cyclone thingy, which is all nasty. It's all gunked up, but this can be cleaned. No need to, I mean, it was working. It's just, I guess, from a lot of short driving, it's got a bunch of guck in it. So I will clean these parts and then transfer them over to here, and then this thing can go back in. Okay, obviously, why we're doing all this, you can see the diameter here, M52, and then the Schrick manifold. This is 55, just the same as the port size and the head, and this is basically a throttle. It's like 45, so I see no reason why not to go with this. I mean, this is better airflow on top while retaining the same kind of runner shape of the M52 to keep the torque also down low. Still acceptable. Maybe not as good flowing as the M50 at high RPM, but still better than this thing. It's in, finally. Now this was a struggle or a battle a little bit, just because it's so cumbersome to put in there. It's very heavy and it takes some finagling. Also, I had to cut the tabs of the fuel rail tabs here because it didn't really fit nicely. So, but I had to do this on my large car too. But it's finally in. I mean, this thing was fighting me. So let's give it a first start. See if I messed it up. Start ROM rider. Okay, let's start it up. Okay, I don't know what that was. Something flying off in the front there. It was just some residual tape. Okay, a little bit too nervous maybe. I've done this like a million times. Here we go again. Okay. Any fuel leaks? The important part. Looks good. Running smooth so far. Well, it's cold start now, so I can't check the lambda adapts yet, but seems to be running normal. That's good. Manos angle is on. Runs butter smooth, as it should, all stock. Smooth as silk. Yeah, I know it's cold. I know. Okay. Just gonna let it warm up and then probably take it for a drive.